Where do you want to start, Perry? Should we kick off with the biggest story of the weekend? It is Man United crashing out of the FA Cup. And when you look back over a result, it's always easy, isn't it, to look back and say, he should have done that, he should have done that, he should have done that. And often we are, we're in a business here that we can criticise once a manager does one thing because it's then clearly obvious because they lost the game. Yet whenever Man United play, I've seen United play this season where either Fernandes does not play particularly well, or as it was against West Ham, I don't remember the game against West Ham, he had to come off the bench to resurrect it. They're a totally different side, completely different side. He gives them so much. He's not alone. You're clearly sure of someone else than Cavani, and they look better when they made those substitutions. But the drop-off in what Man United are with him in the team to the drop-off without him in the team is dramatic. It's looking at two totally different teams here. And clearly, Pogba, he had a game midweek in these minutes. Van der Beek but he had a game and he's been out for a while. Van der Beek hardly played any minutes this season at all. And the legs in the middle of the park clearly, and the energy and certainly the creativity was so badly missing. I just think if you're Fernandes, how would you be feeling waking up this morning knowing you've gone out of a cup game where really you didn't give it your best shot? The manager didn't pick the strongest team. This game now, they're coming up against Granada over the next couple of weeks, is enormous for Man United.
They'll get through that.
I think, they should do.
That is a shame, by the way. That's the best draw you could have had.
You're absolutely right, and that's the way it should be. But they have to win this tournament, Europa League, for me. United. And he has to win it.
With Solskjaer and Manchester United, you said about Fernandes, if he doesn't play, mate, even in games, if he's not on, he's on song, right? So it's the belief that he gives to the other players around him. The Johnny Wilkins effect, which you say, like when you look around the dressing room and you think, when they had Cantona, we've got him, we're going to be all right. Yep. So if anything's going wrong, we can look to him.
Yes.
So therefore, players like Pogba, that should be his stage, shouldn't it? Yep. FA Cup quarter-final, he wants big games, big players step up, which he didn't. But the question to Solskjaer would be, why would you leave out your three most influential players latterly, which has been Fernandes, Luke Shaw, McTominay. Cavani, that Man United are better when he's in because he gives him the focal point up front and he wants to be a centre forward. Where they've got players that don't really want it. Martial doesn't really a centre forward, does he? Doesn't look like he wants to be. Rashford doesn't look like he really wants to be.
He is the best frontman. United's best team for me has Cavani.
Right. So from Solskjaer's point of view, you're in a really important, massive game, FA Cup quarter-final, right?
Against, can we just clarify, a very, very good side in Leicester.
But a
really good side.
Yeah, but a very good Leicester side with a very good manager in Brendan Rodgers, right? Yep. Who's a better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Brendan Rodgers can't have three of his most influential players because they're injured, right? So that's not his choice. He can't have them. So he has to find, obviously we're talking about Barnes, Maddison and James Justin, right? Yep. But he has to find another way to set his team up. So he can't have his three best players. Solskjaer can, but he leaves them out. And if he had a bit of stock in the bank whereby he'd won a trophy before, but this is a manager who's lost 3 semi-finals. And he sees him, I know he said last week, was it, trophies are about ego? No, trophies make your club. They make your club's history.
I didn't understand that. That was a very bizarre comment.
Yeah, I think it was they having a bit of a pop at Mourinho because of egos. But trophy, as I said, trophies, when you're in football, you're all about winning trophies. That's the point. And especially at the top club, the expectations are higher. So why put yourself under that pressure anyway? And rest your players before an international break. Makes no sense.
It's a head scratcher.